Hello everyone, this is Syed again. Today we're gonna go through the bank account in Business Central. How we gonna set up the Mekorma settings in bank account in Business Central. I do have a shortcut called bank account. You can click on bank account here. You have all the bank accounts which is created in this company and environment. I'm gonna click on checking account. In checking account, I can see the information is already available. I will highlight it which information is already really important, which is going to be reflect on the check. We need the bank account number here. In our case, I do have bank account number already entered, 9999888. And I do have under general section bank account, we talk about that. Then I would like to go to the posting area. Under posting area, two things are very important for check printing in the bank setup. The last check number, I'm using 5-digit check number 00226. That is important to have a check number so you can see the check number in the maker line. On the right hand side, bank account posting group. This is actually when you do the payments, it will update the GL accounts. So these are the standard bank account posting group that has to be important to select the bank account posting groups as well. Now, after posting, we have an option called transfer. Under transfer, we have a transit number. In GP, we call routing number. In Business Central, we call transit number. For US clients, we have normally 9-digit number. So the transit number has to be entered in the bank account card. The maker line on the check printing is a combination of three things: the transit number, check number, as well as the bank account number. If I go further down in the bottom, I will see the Mekorma settings. Under Mekorma settings, we do have on the left hand side electronic signature with enhanced check printing. In my first initial video, I created a threshold called main. I already have a main account selected based on I attached the signatures and the threshold criteria. On the right hand side, we'll talk about the Payment Hub. Payment Hub is bank check reports. I do have all the checks are coming in this report, Payment Hub. I can select which report I want to do it. In our case, we're going to use the super check. These are the old check formats of Mekorma, but onwards we recommended all clients to use the Mekorma super check. Why? Because when you select the super check, you are able to use the check copy feature as well as the remittance option. You can do that. Once I select the super check format, under super check format, I can select different various report IDs under the super check. So it depends on your client is using it. In my case, I have different options. We can see we have given a standard check format like super check stub check stub check, super stub checks, and 3 check formats. These are the standards check formats we have available. But if you want to customize it, you can customize and import it and use that as a super check as well. Just to remember, make sure when you make changes, export the standard super check format and then make changes if you would like to and bring it back. In my case, I'm using a V6 check bottom with 2 stub. That part I'm gonna use in this video. Okay, I select that one. Print payable options is important to make sure it's enabled. That's in my case is check options are defined already. It should be not empty. You have to click on it, and if you don't want to select anything, you can just press OK and it will enable this feature. Always print check copy should be enabled if you want to have the check copy. Remittance option, I have an overflow invoice and all invoice. What's the difference between overflow and all invoices? I'll give you an example. If you have a check format which have a stub area, have limitation, you would like to print only 10 lines of invoices, but actually you're paying your vendor 12 invoices against one check, The remaining two invoices will print into the next page, which is called overflow format. And the 10 invoices will print on the stub area, but remaining two will print on the stub on the remittance format. But if you select all invoices, system will print 10 invoices onto the stub because you have a limitation of line 10, and the remaining 10 plus 2, 12 invoices will also repeat again and print on a separate page as a remittance option if you select all invoices. I'll recommend to use the overflow invoices because it will show you subtotal as well as total on the overflow invoice, which is clear. The vendor knows that I get paid total amount, as well as stub is showing only that amount. The remaining will show as a remittance. Stub check size is 10. We recommended to keep only 10. It will nicely print. If you have check format, it's stub check, or check stub or stub check stub. The font size also 10. If you want to reduce 10, it will be a smaller. If you make a font a little bigger, 12 or 13, it will weigh out the alignment of the check format. So highly recommend to keep those settings as a standard. Vendor remittance, check remittance, I'm not gonna cover that part here. You can send an email to the vendor. That part is not enabled in my training right now. Fraction amount, some checks format required to print the check form fraction amount. On the check area, you can insert the value with the fraction, and that will print on the check as well. But you have to add this field in the report builder with dragging from the data set and align on the check format. That you have a facility. Mekorma line check number, pad length, this is important. I have my check length is 00226, although my check number is only 3 digit, but the bank would like to have 5 characters. That's why I put a 5 characters, so it will align those settings as well. Logo, if you have a logo on that, you can drag the logo of check print, it will print on the check. That is the settings of the payment hub. In next video, I'm gonna cover the Mekorma line setup. Thank you.